beloveds. Yes, and peace be with you. I'm Reverend Mitzi, and welcome to Unity of Tempe, whether you're here in person, yay! Or you are watching online. And if you're watching online, come be with us, because we have so much joy. And we do life together through all of its many things that happen. We're here for you, and we're here for each other. So, have you ever gone on vacation and wished it could have lasted longer? Everyone, right? Everyone, pretty much. So Ron and I had such a lovely time on our trip recently that we're having Hawaii Day today. Joe asked me right when we got back, so I hope you're going to share about your trip and things about Hawaii. And I had just gotten off the plane that day before, and I was like, no, the talk's already done, so we're going to do it next week. So first of all, we'll do a quick tour, a quick snorkeling tour through the many faith traditions and spiritual practices associated with the islands. Then we'll deep dive into the rich and complex meaning of ALOHA. And finally, we'll conclude our voyage with ways to embody the ALOHA spirit even while living on the mainland. So Hawaii is, as you know, a very culturally diverse place with a variety of religions and spiritual practices. And the traditional religion of Hawaii, practiced before the arrival of Christianity, is polytheistic, involving the worship of many gods and goddesses, including who? The goddess of the volcanoes, who is Pele, right? And the goddess of fertility and peace, Lono. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So Christianity was introduced to Hawaii by missionaries in the early 19th century, and today approximately 60% of the Hawaiian population identify as some form of Christian. Buddhism and Shintoism were introduced to Hawaii in the late 19th century with the arrival of Japanese immigrants. And there are many temples, beautiful, stunning temples throughout the islands. And so my dear friends, Lorna and Kathy, Lorna was a Unity minister also, took me to this beautiful, stunning temple. Who's been here? Yes, a few of us, right? Bi'o-Do Temple. And that's on Oahu, and it is a smaller scale replica of an ancient temple in Japan. Several episodes of Hawaii 5.0 and Magnum P.I. were filmed here, and I am told one episode of Lost as well. And this is just a stunning, beautiful place. So ringing the bell before entering the temple is supposed to bring abundant blessings. So of course I had to ring the bell, right? When you drive up, all you hear is this dong, dong, and it's just so calming and beautiful. I really think we need to do a field trip to the islands, right? So then I was praying for all of us on the prayer wall. I didn't even know my friend Kathy took this photo that she sent to me. So I was holding all of us in prayer as I was doing that. You take your socks off as you actually enter not your socks, your shoes. You are allowed to keep your socks on. So spiritual practices of Hawaii are deeply rooted in the belief in the natural and the spiritual world, and that everything is interconnected. Very much like we believe and affirm. So some of these traditional practices include Ho'oponopono. I could do a whole message on that, but I'm just going, oh yes, I'm liking it. We could keep our leis and have a Ho'oponopono day. All right, so don't get rid of them. Keep them with you. And then when I say Ho'oponopono day, we'll do that. But Ho'oponopono emphasizes reconciliation, forgiveness, and personal accountability to address problems, find ways to heal and move forward. And then, of course, another traditional practice is hula, the beautiful dance that is often performed as worship and prayer, and it incorporates storytelling and with themes of nature and spirituality. Then we have lomi, which is massage used for healing and relaxation to balance body, mind, and spirit. Makahiki, I hope I'm saying that right. That is a traditional festival celebrating the harvest and expressing gratitude for the abundance of the land. And then we have Oli. We already had one Oli earlier. If you're not here, if you're watching online, you didn't get to hear the beautiful Oli that we shared earlier. But it is a traditional Hawaiian chant used as a form of prayer, meditation, and intention. And then there are hei'au, and these are sacred sites which had important roles in social, political, and religious systems of the region. So Lorna and Kathy took me to the largest one on the island of Oahu. It features 2 acres. You can't really get an idea of the size of it here. And people say that it may have been built around the 1600s. So the spirit of aloha is often described as the essence of Hawaii. You feel it when you land on the island, right? That aloha presence. And Ron and I, we've been to the islands a few times, but I've been to Kauai twice. He's been to Kauai and Maui, and I've been to Oahu now twice. But I tell you, this time, the spirit of aloha embraced us in an even more profound way. From the moment our plane landed, yes, and we were greeted by the gracious organizers of the event Ron was working for in Laie, who met us at the airport, and the 2 other techs that we were doing a gig with, and they even took us on an impromptu tour, and that's where we are there. And they were just so amazing. They're inviting us to a spectacular evening at the Polynesian Cultural Center. Who's been to the Polynesian Just spectacular, right? And so I was like, I hope I get to go to this. And they had someone who hadn't shown up for the event, and so I got to go, free of charge, blessed. Yes. To the staff at the hotel, which was right across from this magnificent beach. I'd go out in the morning and there was no one on it. It was just beautiful. To visiting with beloved expat friends. So Monica and I both trained as ice skaters in London, and we've known each other for time. And Alan is her husband, and oh my goodness, just lovely. And then to Ron getting the captain's hat as we went out. Monica and Alan's friends knew we were coming, and they're like, they have to come out on our boat with us. I mean, the spirit of aloha was incredible.
And that was where I was driving. You were driving right past Gilligan's Island.
Yes, where the opening scenes were filmed. So this origin of aloha traces back to ancient Hawaiian culture where mana, or spiritual energy, played a significant role. Because the Hawaiian people believed that everything, including people and animals and plants and even inanimate objects, had mana. Very much like what I believe, at least. I believe that, absolutely. And I can feel sometimes the energy of something when I put it up. No, not buying that. Don't feel that. You know, we probably all can if we're little, I bet. But they believed in the interconnectedness of all things, very much like we do in unity, and that by respecting and caring for each other and the world, they could maintain this delicate balance and harmony. So the term aloha has a complex and multifaceted meaning. It can be translated as love and compassion and affection, and it's often used as a greeting of hello and farewell. Aloha is both hello and goodbye. And it goes beyond words. It's a way of living with an open heart, an open mind, and a sense of interconnectedness with all. Doesn't this sound like us? Yes. So correspondingly, the tourist industry uses this aloha spirit in its advertising and depicts Hawaii as a happy-go-lucky state with beautiful natural resources and a colorful history. However, much of that colorful history, as told by indigenous people, originally Polynesians, who'd been living on the islands for about 1,500 years when Europeans arrived, depicts intense trauma. In the 1830s, sons of the first Christian missionaries took land indigenous people were living on to start sugar plantations. And attempting to keep the land in the people's hands, the Hawaiian king passed an act designating that 1/3 of the island would be for native Hawaiians. However, hardly anyone claimed their land because they believed in the spirit of aloha. They believed in the interconnectedness with all, and therefore, how can any one person own a piece of land? As Europeans flocked to Hawaii for the sugar rush, bringing foreign diseases that decimated the population, white businessmen forced their way into government and seized even more land. And they also forbade Hawaiians to speak their native language and imposed European education. Does that sound like anything happening in Arizona that happened here? If you've ever been to the Heard Museum, you know, right? Sounds very familiar. So eventually they forced the Hawaiian king at bayonet point. Now, some of you may already know this. I actually didn't, so hopefully I'm sharing something someone doesn't know. But they forced the Hawaiian king at bayonet point to sign a constitution that turned power over to them. And later they overthrew the Kingdom of Hawaii with military power backed by the US government. And Queen Liliuokalani, did I say it right? Liliuokalani was arrested. So while the spirit of aloha may sound gentle, it is important to know that it also has a fiery core, much like the volcanoes in the islands. And this is evident in Queen Liliuokalani, who fought with this fiery spirit of aloha for the land and people she represented. So in the 1800s, she did something astounding. She came to the US, and that in of itself, as a woman of color, was pretty amazing. And she fought to maintain the islands, right, for her people. And while President Cleveland ultimately did not grant her wish, she continued advocating for people and the land all her life. But sadly today, not only in Hawaii, but in much of the world, we see this fight for land, right? It's ongoing. We see it in the Ukraine. We see it all around, this ongoing fight for land. But the spirit of aloha reminds us of what is at the heart of unity, oneness, interconnectedness, spirit calling us to honor, to welcome. As Sandra said, go smile at someone this week. Start a conversation, so in the spirit of aloha, to speak up when our brothers and sisters of earth are harmed. To have the spirit of aloha is to constantly say yes to a world where we all live in peace with each other and the land, even when outer appearances differ, because they do right now. They differ a lot. So the word aloha has two parts. Alo means to be in the presence of, to share the breath of another, something we didn't do during COVID times, but we're back to doing again, to combine with. And ha is the living breath of everything around us, the spirit, the essence. One Hawaiian spiritual teacher says, it is when you say aloha, you join with the spirit and the essence of the people you are speaking to. Aloha. It's about giving and receiving, not giving and taking. It's a very different energy, isn't there? Giving and receiving, not giving and taking. Aloha is about leaving people and places better than when you found them, which is what we all do when we come here on Sundays. We come here because we want to leave better than when we entered, feeling more uplifted, right? To better understand the spirit of Aloha, I have some excerpts from a sermon delivered in Honolulu by Reverend Abraham Aka. You're going to love this. Pay attention to this. Aloha is the power of God seeking to unite what is separated in the world. The power that unites heart with heart, soul with soul, life with life, culture with culture, race with race, nation with nation. Aloha is the power that can reunite when a quarrel has brought separation. It reunites individuals with themselves when they become separated from the image of God within. Aloha seeks to do good with no conditions attached, not only to those who do good to us. Aloha welcomes the stranger and seeks his and her good. A person who has the spirit of Aloha loves even when the love is not returned. That goes back to our message last week, right? Aloha does not exploit a people or keep them in ignorance and subversiveness, thank you. Rather, it shares the sorrows and joys of people. Aloha seeks to promote the true good of others. Today, one of the deepest needs of humankind is the need to feel a sense of kinship, one with another. Truly, all humankind belongs together. The real, true golden rule is, let's say it together, Aloha. The Spirit of God at work in you and me and in the world. Doesn't that sound so much like unity? So I want you to take a guess. When do you think that was written? Any guess? 1800s. Any other idea when this was written? 1600s. Any other idea? Anyone think more recent? Yesterday. It was actually written in 1959. Now, Reverend Akaka was not a unity minister, but his words certainly sound like he was a unity minister. So the spirit of Aloha is not limited to any particular group. It's a way of life practiced by Hawaiians and non-Hawaiians alike, and it's embraced by anyone who seeks to live with kindness, compassion, and harmony. And here are some ways that we can incorporate the spirit of Aloha into our own lives, some of which you're already doing, I know. Practice kindness by showing compassion, understanding, and respect to everyone you interact with, regardless of their backgrounds or beliefs. Embrace diversity by seeking opportunities to learn about and engage with people from different cultures and perspectives. Connect with nature. Spend time outdoors. It's coming into that time of year when we have to do that. We get up very early, take our early morning walks, or go out in the dark. Practice sustainability and be mindful of your impact on the environment. Now, Ron, do make sure that we put out our recycling bins for tomorrow. I know it's on our recycling bin is full. We keep forgetting to do it first thing in the morning. Aloha. Live with gratitude. That's a true unity principle right there. Be present in the moment without distraction. That's very hard for us at times in our modern world. So my birthday wish would be to say, let's all take some time to just be fully present each day. And love always. The spirit of Aloha is one of the unique characteristics that keeps people coming back again and again and again to Hawaii. It makes everyone feel respected, loved, and welcome. Do you feel respected, loved, and welcome today? Let's say together, Aloha. And so to anchor this, I have, of course, a meditation. So I invite you, if it's comfortable for you, to close your eyes. And take some deep breaths as we get our music going here. Deep breaths. Hear the sound of the waves. Allowing yourself to connect with the inner presence of the divine. Inhaling and exhaling. Feet on the floor, flat. Arms uncrossed. Breathing in even more deeply. Welcome. You're on a quiet beach in Hawaii, watching a beautiful sunrise. Let the sound of the waves wash over you and take you even deeper. You are surrounded by the beauty of nature and the gentle spirit of the Hawaiian people. Feel the warm sun and the soft breeze. Let the gentle lapping waves lull you into even deeper peace and calm. Let the spirit of Aloha wash over you and fill your being. You are one with kindness, compassion, and harmony. In this refreshing space, you open your heart to bring the spirit of Aloha with you wherever you go. Imagine the positive impact that you can have on all you encounter as you live from the spirit of Aloha. Sharing kindness, embracing diversity, connecting with nature, living with gratitude, being present in the moment, and always being a loving presence. Taking another deep breath, notice the sense of oneness, unity, and peace you feel. Breathe into it. Now slowly allow yourself to begin to return here to the mainland, bringing the spirit of Aloha with you. slowly return to the room, affirming silently that the spirit of Aloha is always with you, guiding you in a life filled with kindness, compassion, and harmony. And when you're ready, return with a gentle, gentle aloha on your lips as you open your eyes. Aloha. Aloha. And here is another beautiful oli that the words are just going to astound you how much they're in alignment with unity.
Aloha kumukahi eia, eia, aloha kumukahi aloha kumukahi eia, aloha kumukahi kumukahi, kumukahi, eia, kumukahi, 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 eia, kumukahi, kumukahi, po'o, pono, pono, eia, po'o, pono, pono, po'o, pono, pono, eia, po'o, pono, pono, po'o na'au pono, eia, po'o na'au pono, po'o na'au pono, eia, po'o na'au pono, po'o mana'u pono, eia, po'o mana'u pono, po'o mana'u pono, eia, po'o mana'u pono, po'o mai ka'i eia, po'o mai ka'i po'o mai ka'i eia, po'o mai ka'i no'o pono, eia, no'o pono, no'o pono, eia, no'o pono, mahalo kumukahi eia, mahalo kumukahi mahalo kumukahi eia, mahalo kumukahi kumukahi, kumukahi eia, kumukahi, kumukahi
I thought that was astounding how the words were like, they could be a unity song right there. It's astounding. So that is Ashland from Hawaii, ukulele band, men's chorus, I believe. So let us say together, I forgot to put in our I am a beloved child of God. So let's just say that together. I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. Yes, indeed. And it is time for our sharing of our good. And let us say together with our sharing today, I am a joyful sharer of my good. I remember that as I give, I receive, and that God is my source. Yes, indeed. We are so grateful for you. And MGM is coming to help you, Carla, with that. So thank you for your tithes and offerings. We are so grateful. That is what keeps Unity of Tempe in operation. So thank you, beloved, so much for that. We accept and know that as we give, it comes back to us a bazillion-fold. Thank you. And if you are giving online, we are encouraging people to move from PayPal, which is on our website, but also to Zelle, because PayPal actually takes quite a bit of fees out. So we're encouraging a change to Zelle. No worries if you've given already, but in future, here it is, Unity of Tempe, and you can Zelle it. So that doesn't have fees, which is a great thing. So more to be blessed with in our community. So thank you, God. We bless the giver and the receiver and the stewardship of their use. We bless every single person here, knowing that they are blessed beyond measure in every single way. We bless every prayer that has ever been in the prayer box or will ever be in the prayer box in the future. We bless all the people here and all who are coming to be with us. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. And if you didn't have a chance, I think there's a couple of people still wanting to share right at the front. Thank you. And the baskets are at the back if you prefer to drop in later. Thank you. Announcements, just a couple. Our food bank, as you know, we partner with the Church of the Epiphany. These are some of the items that are needed, so we're very grateful for anyone who brings those in. We will say our prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well, and we are grateful. Yes, indeed, we are grateful. Thank you to those watching online. We're so very glad you joined us, and we hope that you will come and be with us very soon. Have a beautiful week. Namaste. Aloha.